Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of this lab tutorial. I still remain your host, Olusola Damilare. So this morning, we'll be configuring uh how to get to the internet using RIP protocol. So I've been able to highlight the steps in which we are to take. If you can see on this particular aspect, we see we need different devices, which are we have two servers. We have a 2960 Cisco switch. We have 2911 router. We have a cloud PT. We have modulation and demodulation device. We have the second router. We have the second switch, and we have the desktop respectively. So let's just dive in and configure this and see how it goes. Okay. So the first thing is to label. I'm going to label all what we want to do. So 172.16.16.2, that is the IP address, and the gateway will be 172.16.16.1. That is the IP address and the gateway. So for this, it should be 172.60.16.1. And this will be 20.20.20.1.2 rather. Then this will be 20.20.20.1. And we are to have two VLANs. We'll have two VLANs here, VLAN 8. So this should be VLAN 10, and the second will be VLAN 8. VLAN 8. So this will be our Google server, which is the VLAN 10. Let's say the IP will be equals to 10.10.10.10, and the gateway will be 10.10.10.1. Okay. So for the DNS server, IP will be 8.8.8.8, and the gateway will be 8.8.8.1. So that is that. So let us connect the cables now. Let's start the connection of cables. Okay. All right. So we are trying to connect the cables. Connected the cable to, then let's connect the cable. So we connect it to gigabyte 0/1. Then okay. So before we connect the cable to this cloud PT, we have to add two modules. So let's switch it off. So we are using this first one and this second one respectively. Okay, so let's switch it on back. Then we are good to go. Still connecting, we are doing the connection of cables. So we need to we need to be sure of where to connect this cable to. So for the last one, we connect it to this place. All right, fine. So we've been able to connect the cables to all our devices respectively. So I'm starting from the desktop. Let's give it the IP address. Okay, we go to configure in desktop, then IP configuration. According to the IP address we have here, 172.16.16.2. So 172.16.16.2. Subnet mask, we can put it as 255. Okay, and gateway 172.16.16.1. DNS server is 8.8.8.8. So we're good with this. You can see the IP, subnet, and the default gateway. So let us configure the first. Okay, the name of this will be, so the name as Google server. That's the name. Okay. So we want to go ahead to configure the Google server. You can as well configure the IP address 10.10.10.10. The subnet will be 255.255.255.255.0. Gateway 10.10.10.1. The DNS 8.8.8.8. So then we go to the services. So for this, we make sure the HTTP and HTTPS is on. Then under the index.html, you can see you have to delete this, then put www.google.com. Okay, you can save. Yes. All right. So we fine with this. Okay, let's go to our DNS server. This is the DNS server. Name DNS server. Okay. So under the, let's configure this too as well. This is 8.8.8.8. Still 255.255.0. 8.8.8.1. 8.8.8.8. So we good with this. Okay, then we go to the services. Says it's a DNS server. Make sure the DNS is on. Click on, then www.google.com. Put the address that is 10.10.10.10. Then click on add. Okay, and click on save. All right, so we could with that. Okay, so we good with that. Then the next one is to go into the first switch. Don't forget, we've done this and we've done this too as well. So through the first switch, we have to create two VLANs. So come to the CLI. We can, let's give it a name, post name, switch one. Okay, we are in the privilege mode. Let's go to the configuration mode, okay? Post name, switch one. All right, so we have to create interface VLAN 10. Let's say VLAN 8 first. Interface VLAN 8. Name. That's VLAN 8 is TNS server. Okay. Interface VLAN 8. Name. Okay. Name short. Exit. Interface VLAN 10. No short. Exit. Okay. So show VLAN brief. Okay. VLAN database. So let's see the ports that are connected so we can access them. So IP interface brief. Port 1 is off. So what is port 1 connected to? What is port 1 connected to? Okay. To get that, we can say config T, then interface past Ethernet 0/1. Let's check. Okay, port 1, as you can see, port 1 is connected to the Google server. It's connected to the Google server. So no short. Okay, so we can say switch port access VLAN 10 because the Google server is VLAN 10. You can see the VLAN interface change starts to off, then switch port mode access. That's all for I do. Right, then you can exit the interface. Go to the second interface, interface FA, just to be sure we've done for this. So this is the second one. Okay. So interface FA 0/2 switch port access VLAN 8. Switch port access VLAN 8. So VLAN 8 status is up. Switch port mode access. All right, do right. Exit. Okay, so let us show VLAN with. You can see we have a VLAN 8 is assigned to fast Ethernet 0/2. VLAN 10 is attached to fast Ethernet 0/1 respectively. Okay, so to the trunk port, let's see show IP interface. We want to confirm the port that is connected to our router now. We've confirmed the port, okay? That should be gigabyte 0/1. Config C interface G 0/1 no short. Okay. Switch port mode true. Make it a trunk port. All right. Okay, that's it. All right, so we're good with this. We're fine with this. So let's go to the router. I'll go straight to the router now. So on the router, don't forget the IP address that we configure is 0/0. It's going to be like it's going to be on a default, or it's going to be a routed port rather, because we are to configure a virtual interface. So this is 0/1 will be the port going through to our modem. So we have 20.20.20.1. Okay, so we can bring it on. As you can see, immediately I click on, you can see this port is off. Okay, so that is the port going, that is 0/1. So the next stage is to declare the RIP. So we can do that. Okay, let's just go in and do the configuration of the other ports. So you can see we still have one port that is down. That is for the G0/0. So exit interface G0/0. No short. You can see the port is trying to initialize. The port is trying to initialize, okay? So it's up. Then we can as well go straight to initiating our virtual interface. Interface gigabyte 0/0 dot. First one is yes. Let us do for the first VLAN 8, that is a G0/, okay? So we can say encapsulation dot 1Q, that is for the VLAN 8. IP address that is 8.8.8.1 255.255.255.0. Okay, you can see description. That is Google. All right. Okay, is it? So interface G0/0.20. This will be for the second virtual interface, that is for our DNS. Okay. All right. Encapsulation. Okay. That's 1Q. This is for the VLAN 10. So we have IP address 10.10.10.1 255.255.255.0. Description. Google. So I think we made a mistake earlier. Google, yeah, so this is supposed to be the DNS. So we can just go in interface G0/0 dot 10. So description should be DNS. All right, right. Okay. So we are done with creating two virtual interface. Then let's see what we have inside this router. So as you can see, we have a virtual interface for the DNS server. We have a virtual interface for the Google server. Then we have a physical interface for our connection to the modem. This is it. Then the next thing we have to do is to create a protocol, the RIP protocol. So we can do that in two ways. We can either use our GUI or we can either use the CLI. So I prefer the GUI. You can just go to router, the config settings, then RIP. Then you add the IP address 20.20.20.0. Add 10.10.10.0. Add then 8.8.8.0. Add. So we have added the three IPs respectively. Then we can just go to initiate the version 2. Okay. All right. So let us check what we have. Okay. So as you can see, we have the first virtual interface for this description is DNS. Second virtual interface, the description is Google 10. The third interface is the connection to the modem 2020, while we have the RIP version enabled, RIP version 2.8.8.8. And then we have the network on it, which is the IP address that we broadcast in this particular region. So moving to the next stage. Okay. So on this cloud PC, we need to enable this interface. So we add it. After adding it, then we good to go. We can check. All right, the DSL is enabled. Okay, so we fine now. All right. So on this DSL modem, don't forget modem is just a modulation and demodulation that enables you to decrypt and encrypt. So its own job is just to convert from RF to signal. So that is the job of a modem. So we don't need any configuration here. Next thing we have to go to is the first route, the router 2. So on this router 2, so we check the first interface. We can see we have the 2 ports are down. So on this pass, since the first router is having 20.20.20.1, this router will be 20.20.20.2. Okay. So immediately, let me just take this to the side so you can see. Once I click on, definitely this is the port. As you can see, the port came up online. So for this second, we are to add the IP address according to this. You can see 172.16.16.1. Subnet should be 255.255.0. Okay. So let's click this as on. You can see the port come back to on. So the next thing is to declare the RIP version. So we have 20.20.20.0 add. Then we have 172.16.16.0. Okay, so with this, we can just reiterate the version 2. Enter. Okay. Exit. Exit. Copy. Start up. Run. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're good. So the configuration I was trying to remember earlier is a copy running config to startup config. So with this, even if the router crash, we are able to still go through. So we are done. Let us check what we have in this second router. So as you can see, we have a interface facing the modem 2020.20.2. We have the interface facing the switch 1760 system, and we have our router RIP. So with this, let's see if we can think through. Let's come to our system and it's that it that it's that it's okay. We have the first time out. All right. Okay. Ooh, our configuration is working. That's very awesome. We can ping, we can reach Google. So we can reach the DNS. Let us ping Google, ping www.google.com. Can we reach Google? Absolutely. We can reach Google too as well. So that means the configuration is successful. Let us see if we can browse through to the internet. Let's see if we can browse through to the internet. Trying to initiate the web browser. Okay. www.google.com. Enter. All right. So we are able to browse through to the internet. Oh, I see, seems we have a little issue with the address we put here. So let us fix that fast. I'm coming. Let's fix that fast. This is the Google server. This is the Google server. So under these services, okay. I need to add, okay, continue. All right, we should be fine. Should be fine now. We should be fine now, yes. So let's save this and check, okay. Let's save this and check. Let's check this part again. Okay, we good. Okay, so I noticed there's an issue with the code we wrote over there. So we are good now, we're fine. So as you can see, www.google.com. Welcome to Cisco Packet Tracer Open Doors, blah, 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 and the like. So that's bring us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for your time and patience. And if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. Have a nice day.